Hey guys, what's going on? This is Cool Toys, and what I have on my table today is the Street Fighter 2 Chun-Li from Jada Toys, and I have an Evelyn from Masters of the Universe Multiverse. Um, these figures I have had in my collection for a little while, but what I wanted to do and dabble in why I have the paint out is because I did a little bit of a custom on Chun-Li. Um, that's Masterverse. I bought some paint online, had some brushes, and wanted to change the color because I believe this pink outfit for her was an exclusive. So I didn't want to pay the exclusive prices. So I bought two and I decided to paint it. I put only one coat on so far of this acrylic paint. I'll turn the figure around so you can see, but it's the blue is still showing through, so, definitely gonna have to do a second coat, and hopefully it'll cover it up, but, you know, I like the way it's coming out. Another thing I wanted to change, and I didn't the thing I don't like is that see on this figure, she has these, like, brown leggings, and it does not look natural to me. I mean, maybe that's authentic from the video game, but I wanted to give her a more realistic human-like color for her arms and legs. I may go just a little bit darker skin tone, but as you can see, it came out pretty good, especially from afar. The leg color from this brown to a real uh, natural human color. Evelyn, I'm not going to do any customs on her as of now, but I just brought her out to talk about Masters of the Universe for a little bit also. They're making the new movie for He-Man, and it's got a lot of fans concerned. They're talking about, different characters they're going to add, and it may possibly take place more on Earth than Eternia or anywhere else. Um, I hope they don't do that. I've mentioned it in some posts before that if anything, I'd rather them, maybe start out on Earth, show how He-Man's mother, she was an astronaut and for NASA, and show that like maybe she got lost in space in some kind of time portal or something, and then she goes to Eternia, and then that's where she meets King Randor, and then they have a baby, which is He-Man, and then just have that whole story just finish up like 85%, no, more like 90% of the movie should be in Eternia with all the villains and heroes from He-Man, the movie and the show. Another thing that they're talking about, and I haven't heard them talk about, is like the animals. I hope they do Panther and Cringer. Let's Battle Cat. Let's have like the animals in there. Maybe a little bit of CGI for the face movements. The growling and the maybe talking because Cringer he talks. It's a boy. Cringer talks, and I hope they have that in the movie also. I haven't heard anyone really talking about that, but it'd be really cool to see, the transformation from going from Cringer the cat to Battle Cat, how he grows. So I hope they do that in the movie. Besides the CGI, I hope they do some like real animatronics, or have like a Cringer, like a real Cringer, maybe people in it or a robot, just something, give it a little more life to it instead of all CGI. And one other thing, you know, I don't like it when they change characters. When I'm talking is like for a race, like say for Evelyn, for the cartoon and all the action figures. As you can see, it looks like a Caucasian white woman, but a lot of these studios they've been doing this like race swapping, and it's taken discredit from Caucasian males and females, and they're just acting like, it's okay, they're white, we'll change this person to a Latino female, or we'll make her a African American female or male, even change a female character to a male. That's not okay in my book. That's my personal opinion. I'm not saying, oh, hey, he's racist. No, it is just fact that this is a female. She looks white to me, possibly maybe a little Asian or even European, but definitely this is not an African American female. So you're not going to change her to an African American. Stick with the roles. There are plenty of African American characters. For the males, you got Clamp Champ, you got Sunman. They were already, it's diverse already. He-Man is a diverse, um, what did I say, like show? Yeah, like it was a diverse show even back in the 80s. So, there is diversity in it. And if there's not enough diverse characters, make new ones. Add it to the movie. Give us a new character. And if you want that person to continue to be that nationality or race, then just start it off that way. But do not race swap. That's not good. I don't like it. That's my personal opinion. If you don't like it, that's your problem. Um, anyways, I don't like to rant too much about stuff like that. This is a toy channel. Back to Chun-Li. You can see, the blue is coming through. Whoop, there she goes, taking a head dive. And on the back, it almost turned it. I put gray, hopefully, to cover up some of the blue before I paint it pink. So maybe that, like, acting like a primer will help, coat over the blue. So when I do put on the pink, it will stick a lot better. Like I was saying with the skin color, I like it, that it is this natural skin color. Her face, I didn't do her face and hands yet, but I did the arms and legs, and I may change that color. I even did underneath, I gotta give her some underwear still, but I like the way it's coming out so far. Oh, and the boots. On this character, I believe they're like all white boots. So I changed it from all white and I gave it some pink to match the top down the sides. Almost looks like, wrestling boots, but I think it looks okay instead of just all white boots. And the top of her hair, the hair buns, I may add a little pink to that or just leave it blue. Haven't decided yet. And I like the gold that's showing through from the original figure. So I'll try and keep that unless I, mess up the brush strokes and it goes everywhere. Um, this I bought online. This is the acrylic paint I'm using. I believe that's the company right there, Shuttle Art. Like I said, it was really cheap online. I was just looking for something to dabble in, and it's not covering in one coat. So there may be a better paint out there that can cover plastic with one coat instead of doing multiple coats. And we'll see where it goes from there. Just using a regular brush. This, you can add some water to it in a little like painter's dish, and so it'll like spread more, give you highlights. But other than that, that's my project and that's my thoughts. So y'all comment, like, subscribe. This was Cool Toys. Later.